Hello, I am live on Instagram for the first time. Hello, everyone that's tuning in. My name is Unoma. I am a retired banker turned teacher, now special education and inclusion educator. And yes, I have been hit by the pandemic as it has hit a lot of teachers. So thank you, first of all, for tuning into my first Instagram live. Thank you, anyone that is tuning in right now and is going to watch it afterwards. Thank you. So these are very interesting times for everyone. Not just teachers, but because I'm a teacher and I know, how a lot of teachers in private schools have struggled since March when the pandemic really hit. I want to share a few financial tips that have helped me. Because personally, I believe you and your money should be friends, especially when, the economy is going down. There's a lot of uncertainty. We need to know how we can be friends with our money. How can we make our money stay with us? How can we make our money, be more favorable to us, especially when, things are so uncertain right now. So today, I hope by the end of this broadcast and this video, I will be able to help someone out there establish exactly how much you make, establish how much you spend, and find a way to make a balance so that, your income and your expenditure don't leave you stranded and stuck at any point in time. Hello, Abby girl. Thank you for joining. You're my first, viewer. Yay! Okay. So the way the session will go is I'm going to present the information I have. It's just a little clip of information and tips that I hope will help. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments and I will try to address your questions as we go along. And if I can add you to the video, I will. And yeah, we can talk a little bit more. Hopefully, I don't want to take too much time out of your day. So let's start. So first things first. What are your finances? Your finances, yes, finance is money. Finance is any money you get, any money you are given, any money you earn, any money you work for. Makes up your finances. It's also known as your sources of income, and for most of us that are salary earners, our salaries are fixed. At the end of every month, we get XYZ amount, and we are not going to get that amount again until the end of the next month. So, all things being equal, this salary should tide us through until the next payday. But as we have seen now, we need to be more creative than that. Waiting for the next payday is not always the wisest choice, because some of us have not had paydays since March, since July. Some have had their paydays terminated now at the beginning of a new school year. So while our income is usually fixed, our expenses and the things we spend money on, they fluctuate. Emergencies happen. You may fall sick. Your car may have a problem. You may have to travel. A friend or family member may get sick and need your help. People die. Anything can happen. And then, this salary that we have budgeted for and we're going to keep this 20,000 to last us for 20 days until the next payday. These things come up and before you know it, by the middle of the month, you are stuck and you don't know what to do. So how do you strike a balance? How do we make our money our friend? So for one thing, I realized, myself inclusive, when I was a banker, I didn't care how much I earned and I didn't care how much I spent. And even though it was a lot of money, I still got stuck before that, payday. So the first thing I would advise is know how much you earn and know how much you spend. When I say how much you spend, I mean it may have to get you calculating to the last 50 naira you give to a beggar on the street. You have to know, every month at so and so place, I see this beggar, I give him 50 naira. Or in church, I see this person, I give 15 naira. In the mosque, when I'm coming out, I see this family by the road, I give them. You have to budget like to the last naira and kobo nowadays, the way things are going. But if you don't know how much you earn and how much income you get, now, like I'm saying, some people, they earn, from different sources, family, friends, their jobs, their side hustles. And we're going to look into all those. So basically, know how much you earn, know how much you spend. Do you make a shopping list before you go grocery shopping? Do you make a list before you go to the market? Do you decide to splurge on some things you cannot really afford? Do you spend on, maybe entertainment more than you should have? All these things add up. So you need to make a budget. In a month, I earn X. I'm going to spend Y on feeding. I'm going to spend Z on transport. I'm going to keep aside J for savings for this rainy day that may come across, these unexpected expenditures that come across. I'm going to keep X for charity. Just have a little extra. And I'm a Christian myself, so I'm speaking from a Christian perspective. I'm going to keep my 10% to pay as my tithe. So all these things, you need to record them. You need to budget them. You need to be aware they are coming. You can't get your salary and then decide to splurge at ShopRite before you have calculated, have I paid my electricity? Have I paid for my DSTV? Have I paid for, my cable, my internet connection at home? Have I paid my phone bills? So you need to have budgeted to the T. Now, the way things are going, we can't afford to just be business as usual. So, like I said, you need to save a percentage of your salary. And we need to go a step further now. Not just saving, investing. I'm speaking from my own experience. I invested with AfriInvest. Yes, AfriInvest, this is a free advertisement for you. But I invested with AfriInvest over 10 years ago. And I never had to touch the money until, I was stuck in Nigeria during COVID, not earning any salary. And that investment really came in handy. The interest it had accrued really came in handy. It would have been more, but we all know recently with the financial condition of the money market in Nigeria, a lot of banks, a lot of financial institutions are suffering. So hold on, Onobs. I will add you to the video, but at the beginning I said I'll share my information and then I'll take people coming in. So just give me a minute, please. Thank you. So like I suggested, save, and not just save, invest in something that can give you interest after a long period of time. There are two kinds of investments where people get it wrong, and this can be cause you more problems than it's solving. Short-term investments. These are interest-yielding platforms that you can convert to cash quickly. Money in a savings account, a fixed deposit in a bank, call deposit in a bank that at the slightest request, if you want cash, you can get cash. And then there are long-term investments that cannot be so easily converted to cash. For example, property, land, dividends in a company. So before you invest, do your homework. Ask yourself, if I'm buying a piece of land today and in 6 months' time I may get broke or something like this happens, how fast can I turn this back to cash that I need? And if it is something that, okay, I don't want to touch this money for a while, I'm okay to keep it for years, then you can invest in something like property. Because the mistake we all make, like now, I see Revolution Plus all over the place. Buy land, buy this, buy that, yes, but it's not for 1 month, it's not for 2 months. You're looking at making money for a long time, at least a year or more. So you need to be sure of what you're investing in before you invest. Is it long term or is it short term, so that if I get broke or I get stuck, I can easily get my cash back? And then if you have trusted friends, do those monthly contributions. They work. I've worked in 3 countries. I have done it with people I trusted there, and they come in handy. Now, with these contributions, you can go a step further. Like when you collect your contribution, invest it in one of these short-term or long-term investments that I'm talking about, so that way you know that every month you have a certain amount that, as I said, you are keeping aside for a rainy day. And then create a retirement plan. No matter how young you are, if I had created my retirement plan in my 20s, I think by now I could have retired. But I love my work and I don't think I'm ever going to retire. That's one thing. But secondly, don't ever think you are too young to start planning for your retirement. We have longer lifespans nowadays. We are eating healthier. We are exercising. We are living longer. We shall still have probably the same retirement ages. So we need to make sure that when that retirement comes, we are ready. We are not stuck financially. We are not going to be grumpy, old, broke people looking to our children or relatives for help. No, because they also would have been planning for their own retirement. So they cannot afford to, cut off their noses to spite their faces to help you. So start planning for your retirement as early as possible. And like I said, I pay my tithe. And for me, that has helped me so much in so many, situations, especially like now. So as a teacher, especially, what can you do? You haven't worked for 4 months. There is no money anywhere. What can you do? One thing you can do is stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling you are alone. A lot of teachers out here, they are struggling. So, what can you all do? Yes, it's hard, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. So first things first, there are so many different side hustles you can do. For example, there's pyramid networking. I see a lot of people doing Bitcoins and Forex trading. And personally, I deal in Rain International food supplement products. I also deal in GNLD, food supplement products. So these are pyramid schemes. Yes, you have to buy and introduce people, but check it out. You have time now to make those calls, arrange to meet those people that you want to join your team and help you do this pyramid networking things. You can also start tutoring online or face-to-face. Face-to-face, I am personally not keen because I don't know, the crowd situation of where you're coming from and where you're going to tutor, unless you have your mask and your hand sanitizer and you're really keeping safe while you're there. But tutoring is something a lot of parents are looking forward to now because parents are still working and their children have to learn at home. So it's something you can do as well. Then after school or weekend activities that, will allow you to go outdoors in an open space. You can be socially distanced and they can play a sport that does not require too much, contact and bodies touching and, exchange of, air and breath and getting too close to each other. You can do arts and crafts. You can do so many things that, can generate a small income for you in your community, in your street, just a number of children. Place them socially distanced properly, get your materials, get their parents to give you a token fee to keep them busy for a few hours. Then monetize your natural talents. Personally, I like singing. I would love to teach children how to sing. But in these COVID times, I don't know how easy that will be. But any talent you have and you feel you can get people to pay you to teach them, by all means do it. And then especially as a teacher, if you teach maths, if you teach science, if you teach biology, if you teach physics, chemistry, a lot of children have exams. They have not been in school for a while. Look for these kind of people in your neighborhood. They will be very happy to join you. Hello, Deborah. I will allow you to join at the end. I had already said I just want to put my information out there. So keep your questions in mind and I will add you to the live video once I'm done. I'm almost done. So yeah, monetize your talents. Teach your subjects. Look for students in your neighborhood. Use social media. Everybody's on social media now. Even me. My family, they know I don't do social media. But here I am on Instagram Live and you guys are listening to me and I'm so happy for that. So you can also start blogging, writing online, or you can even do freelance writing. Write an article and send it to magazines, blogs, and you can get paid for it. There's a lot of them that are doing that nowadays. And then you can resell your lesson plans. Yes, a lot of teachers are working in some parts of the world. If you have a forum like, teacherspayteachers.com, TES.com, you can upload your lesson plans there and get paid, and more teachers download your plans, they can do it. Yes, we're in Nigeria. Yes, data is expensive. But if you are listening to me on Instagram now, you had data. I'm sure you are on Facebook. Yeah, on Twitter. So all that data you can use to browse, to do WhatsApp, to watch videos on YouTube, channel it to getting your plans online, make them available online, upload them to these sites, and you never can tell. Afterwards, like I said, I'll take all your questions and I can give you some suggestions to where to put these things on. And then something that I do as well, I don't know how popular it is in Nigeria though, secret shopping. So you could get shops that are looking for people to buy their products, test their products, sample products, and you get paid for it. Like I said, we can do research and find out some of these places that will happen in Nigeria. So these are just a few things that I have done. They have helped me and I wanted to share with you. So if you have any questions now, I'm going to add Onobs to the video. Yeah. And Deborah, I think you can join afterwards. I'm just waiting for Onobs to join us. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, sorry. You might be staying at my ceiling anyway, so sorry about that.
No worries. Hello, how are you, Onobs? Thank you for joining the live cast.
Thanks for having me.
So what's your question or comment?
Basically, I was just listening and I decided to key into the video stuff. I think you have a lot of good ideas here. But the thing is, I don't know what we can do about weekend jobs, because right now there are really no parties, so there is no ushering job, and because there is this limit on the number of crowd you can have in a particular place, are you sure the weekend job is something that might actually be achievable?
Okay, for weekend jobs, then I'm saying something like, maybe if you want to do arts and crafts on your street, maybe there are children on your street, and the parents can afford it. So if they can get you paint, they can get you, the drawing books or something. You don't have to have so many children. You can have them in groups. So you may have 20 children on your street, but you'll be like, I'm only having 4 children with me at a time because I have to put them 2 meters apart. So in a day, you have 5 groups you are going to do your arts and craft with. So you have your 4 children, socially distanced. You've given the parents the timing. They need to come between this time and that time. You have your hand washing station ready. You have your masks ready. It's arts and crafts. They have to wear aprons. They have to be covered. You let the parents know all this before they start. So I'm only having this we're going to do maybe arts and craft, a nature appreciation. Draw a flower, a plant. They can paint it. They can color it. And then after an hour, they finished, they leave. Give yourself a few minutes to tidy up before you bring the next set of people. So you don't have 20 children in the same place at the same time.
Space.
Sorry?
Okay, so I got that. Thank you.
Okay. So any other question, inquiry, comment?
No, you're doing well so far. I'll just listen.
Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you can try it out and see how it works, and then let's see what happens next.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, I have one more thing. I have another slide to share, and if there are no more questions, I will share my screen on my laptop so that everyone can see what I'm talking about. I made this. I'm going to push you out of the video now on up so I can share my screen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So the sheet I'm telling you about, something that my friend shared with me. She's also a banker, and it gives us, it's an Excel sheet that we have modified. She had modified for me, so I'm able to key in my expenses, and it shows me how much I'm spending and how much I'm earning, and then I can see if I'm going to have a shortfall that month and behave. So I'm going to turn my screen around now. I hope you can all see it. Okay. So it's an Excel sheet that has been modified. So she has already formatted all the cells. So if you can see the top part, the title, let me put my mouse on it. It's financial management. She used it for herself and her husband, and she shared it with me. But even for a single person, you can also use it. So it has a column for the husband's monthly salary. Let me just estimate it at 900. And because the cells are already populated, from her husband's salary up here, there's a total down here that shows the total income for the husband, 900 naira. Let me see. And then there's a column for allowances. This could be your money from your side hustle. It's also populated. So you put in how much you earn. And then bonuses, any extra money. Maybe somebody just gifted you some money for that month. If you have a 13th month salary allowance for that month, you can add it there. And then miscellaneous money that you just get. Maybe your dividends paid off, or you were able to sell something of yours and you were able to make a little bit more money. So you put it on this sheet. As you can see, I started with the monthly salary allowances, bonuses, the miscellaneous, and I've got my total of 2,260. Like I said, these sheets are populated already. They are formatted already. So once you put in your real figures, it will give you the real total amount. So this is just for a husband, and then maybe I'm going to just do a sample for the wife. If she earns, a little, maybe all the wife earns is the salary. So it shows you how much the total income for the whole family is in that column at the bottom. Now, if you come to this side, you'll see that my total income has changed. So I know that because I've added everything on those columns, so I know how much total income I have. So now you've calculated how much you have coming in. So now we have to know how much is going out. The second section of the sheet, like I said, I pay my tithes. So I have put in the column for tithes. In this scenario, our sample scenario, the tithe will be here. And then loans, if there are any loans that you've taken, and if there's any insurance you've taken. So basically the rest of the form is everything you are spending money on. I'm going to go down. So things like rent, school fees, fuel for your house, fuel for the cars, housekeeping, personal effects for you, personal effects for other people you live with or you take care of, maybe parents, nieces, nephews, something like that. Okay, is this better? Nkechi 5. Okay. Is this view better for everyone? Let me go up again. Okay, so I'm going to start again. I hope everyone can see. Okay, so in the first column, I started with the income, all the money coming in. So there's the monthly salary, your allowances, your bonuses, your 13th month miscellaneous gifts, the income from your wife if it's a 2 salary earning family, 2 income family, and the total goes down to show you the total amount at the end of the sheet. Now the rest of the sheet, like I said, on your right hand side here, I have the summary, so it shows your total income, all the money you have coming in. Then the rest of the sheet is basically all the things you spend money on. Like I said, have a budget. Know how much you're spending on rent, on school fees, on fuel, on personal effects, taking care of people that come in your house, your driver, your nanny, your cable TV, maintenance fees for things. If you're taking care of your parents, your dependents, your children's allowances, extra things they do. Then if you also have any savings or investments that you want to, put your just make a list of everything you earn and everything you spend. And then when you finish calculating everything you spend, on the other side of the sheet, at the bottom of the income, I've put total expenditure. So you can put your total expenditure amount, and then you know if you're going to be in a red by the end of the month, or if you're still going to be in black. So this, like I said, is just a sample of what someone gave me, and it helped me. And That's why I'm sharing this information with my fellow teachers and other people, even if you're not a teacher and right now, you just want to better manage your finances. Yeah, so this worked for me, and it helps to know how much you get and how much you spend, so that you know within a month, this month, am I going to make, where do I have to adjust? Where do I have to change things? Where do I have to spend a little less? Where am I being extravagant? Am I being unreasonable? Am I being realistic with these, things I'm buying or purchasing or investing in or spending my money on or my time on? So these things worked for me. They helped me a lot, and I wanted to share them with you. So thank you all for listening. Thank you for joining. Ayo Aj, thank you so much. Chitwise, Ajiamaka, thank you so much for joining. I'm done now, but I'm going to keep the video on my page. So if anyone wants to look through it again, it's still going to be here. So thank you all for being a great audience. If there are any more questions or comments, you can put them in the comment box. But otherwise, from me, I am very happy to have had you listening to me for this time. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you, Motishwan. Oh, Oinda. Thank you. So the video is still going to be on Instagram, and I hope you take time out to look at it, and I hope it can help you. And yeah, so have a pleasant Saturday evening, everyone, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you. Bye.